And so once you have that basic thing, what you want to start doing is make it more interesting. Now, one easy way to do it is just add rhythm. All right. And gospel blues, another thing you could do is, once you got the rhythm, start to change your chords up a little bit. And particularly, you can always go to the fourth chord of whatever you're playing. So I'm going to go D flat, I'm going to play a G flat chord, and then back to the D flat. The D flat, the root of the chord, even though it's at the top, that's the name of the chord. That stays still, and I'm just pivoting. Get used to doing it in different positions. Same thing with the next chord. Okay, now we haven't done B, but you can do that same concept. Okay, and then now here you could do that, but I like to do this. Or you go straight up a half step, A flat to A chord, or you can go A flat to A7. Same idea, except you bring this thumb down where everything else goes up a half step. Sounds real bluesy because you got that seventh in there. All right, so once again. All right, I've already started to move the left hand a little bit now. So instead of just doing the same note, you can do the 1 and the 5 of the chord. So if you know the chord, you can do or you could do whichever you want to do. My bad. All right, either one works. Okay. So now you start to have a lot more variety there already. And you can move that chord around. So practice doing that. And then last but not least, not last, is, for example, is that those blues scales. That's probably going to take a whole nother video to do, but just in this key, let's give you that for free, so you can just slow that down and watch it. And I encourage you, when you're doing runs and stuff like this, to try to use a particular fingering. You may want to copy the fingering that I'm doing, and then just practice doing it. If you do it in a particular fingering all the time, after a while you'll be able to do it almost without thinking about it. Okay, but I was gonna say, for this video, last but not least, you want to add your bass run pattern. Think of this as connecting the dots. Okay, remember we did. Okay, so if you're doing a D flat bass pattern, okay, and if you're going all the way back to D flat, you're basically going to connect this note. So let's go back to okay, so imagine that you were just trying to do that slow. So when you're doing a bass pattern, you're basically connecting those notes. You hear those notes in there? You're connecting those. So what you're doing is you do the D flat, you jump down to your third of the chord, right? Like if you're doing a chord. So you can see that, okay? So you're gonna jump down to your third, which also is 3 half steps below where you're trying to go. And that's basically how you construct those bass patterns most of the time. You know, that's 3 steps below, and then you're going to the D flat, so 3 steps below is here. But from here it's just 1 step. So basically, half step, half step, half step, whole step, half step, half step, half step. Or I'm going here, so I'm going to jump 3 below. I'm going here, so I'm going 3 steps below. Okay, you're going to want to practice that by itself. And then you got G flat rather. And then you got A flat. Okay. And then you have to connect in between. That gets a little tricky. Instead of going, I'm about to go to the G flat chord, so I might want to do, all right, and I want to go here, so I could either, and then I'm going to go here, I could use that idea. Now that's not usually what I do. That's why I'm messing up. I actually usually do a little bit something different. But that works. If you can vary that in sometimes, that might be a nice little pattern to do. I'll do like a little, and sometimes I may even stop, go back to that basic pattern that we did before. So once again, or I may not go all the way up. I may just go. Okay, so. And I'm doing a little, you know, chord wise, I've actually added a couple different chords. I've done, okay, it's a little more advanced. You got a minor, B flat minor there. You got a G flat minor, a E flat minor there, G diminished. Okay, but don't get too lost with that. I mean, you can do a lot with just the. I would recommend, if you're just starting out doing this at your home practice, really just start working that left hand if that's where you want to go. But just don't be afraid to just it sounds great, okay? If you have a bass player, you're not in the bass player's way, okay? And it really kind of gets that. Get your shoulders into it, you know? I do this a lot. You know, and whatever you do, just have fun with it. When you're practicing it, have a lot of fun with it. Like if you're playing it once in church, play it 20 times at home. Okay, and get really comfortable with it. Do things that you wouldn't dare do at church at home, and then at church just do what you can do confidently, or you feel at the moment that you know, let the Spirit move you, as it says, you know, as they say, right? So hopefully that helps. Okay, definitely reply, comment, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Check out myminstrel.com for more. And until next time, be blessed.